Now, Egypt's president says he will propose new laws to curb abuses of power by the security services. President Sisi's statement comes a day after a policeman shot and killed a young taxi driver, which led to protests. The officer in question has now been detained, but it's the latest in a string of incidents of alleged police brutality. Al Jazeera's Banu Batnaga reports.
Picking up a police officer as a passenger proved fatal for this taxi driver. Muhammad Ali Ismail was just 24 years old. According to the Egyptian Interior Ministry, the police officer shot and killed him by mistake after an argument over payment. But the thousands who gathered for his funeral don't believe the official version of events. They blame the security forces, who they say act with impunity. Witnesses to the killing say the police officer verbally abused Muhammad, and when he objected, the officer shot him. The victims' relatives fear their demands for justice are falling on deaf ears.
I want the government to bring me justice, the president himself. Why would this policeman shoot my son? What was he guilty of? Is the president happy? We elected him to represent us and to protect us, not to let these criminals kill us. He needs to stop them, and every corrupt policeman must face justice.
All they care about is to rob us. As long as there is chaos, no one will get punished. There is no justice. We've had it. Enough is enough. Every day one of us gets killed. Why doesn't the government send an official to attend our funerals? Because we are poor. We are nobody.
Last week, thousands of doctors protested after two colleagues said they'd been assaulted by police in a Cairo hospital because they wouldn't falsify medical records. More protests are planned. Human rights groups say Egyptian security services often act above the law and are rarely put on trial. When trials do take place, sentences are usually reduced on appeal.
I remember 2 years ago, Mr. Sisi was addressing men in uniform, and he explicitly encouraged them to use excessive use of violence against civilians, and he promised them that nobody will be punished.
Many believe this has led to a culture of police brutality, which was one of the main factors in the 2011 uprising that ousted longtime President Hosni Mubarak. 5 years after that revolution, it appears the security forces are still to be feared. Banu Batnaga, Al Jazeera.